So guys, I'm here with Michael Smith. Michael's going to be looking, telling me what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. We'll see how it goes.
You've got to focus on the one set, the mindset of doing it just over and over and dedicating 2 or 3 hours a day, just working on stuff, and that's what you need to do first. Secondly, then you've got to get into a team where, like I said, the county levels, the Super League levels, once you get regular, the 80 averages, then you know you're ready then. You know you're going on the right step.
You know, when I was first getting into darts, I was like, I kind of want Michael Smith's throw, and then as I'm getting onwards, I was like, no, he doesn't look like, he looks like too easy, you know? It's like you're just up there like, there's a 180, and it's the most casual looking throw.
It's when you get the message saying, you didn't even look interested in that game. Inside I am, but outside you don't want to give too much away, and it's just always been that way.
But that's always been your style of kind of throw. It's very fluid, it's relaxed, and your arm just goes, yeah, see you later. On to the next one.
I think it's because I fell into this game as well. Like literally, broke me up and fell into the sport. But because I never watched darts before, I didn't know. My dad used to play. Like every now and again, I'd watch him in the house. But like I never seen people's style, stances, and you see kids coming through now. They want to throw like Littler, for like Van Gerwen, Rob Crow, everyone like that. I never had that luxury of seeing it, so I just literally the way I threw is the way I threw. I thought it was the right thing to do, and it's worked out that way nicely.
Tell me one more thing. How do you sight a dart? So some people are like, okay, well I'm looking like almost through the flight of the dart through the treble 20. Some people push it past.
I'm literally looking at treble 20 and there. So literally come.
So it comes past your face and the flight touches there, yeah?
So I'm just literally looking and just making sure my hand does all the work then.
Ever have any issues with it like touching and then deflecting any way, or?
When my wrist spins, but that's when the pressure sometimes comes in, or you're trying too hard. Like when, obviously different stage, all the stages are the same, all the venues are the same, one's bigger and one's smaller, but it just feels weird. Some feel like you've got to throw harder, softer, and like when I play like Europeans, I've got to mess about with my points because they don't stick in as well. When I play the World, everything feels fine because it's a big arena. There's no room for error though, you've got to play well anyway, so you've got to take your best game there. So it's weird how it works. Like if you watch some of the games back on the Euros, I'm hitting the treble and it's literally landing flat and there's nothing I can do. Yeah. Where my darts go in and stuff, it annoys me so much. Like it should be like that, and they're like this, and that's not my game. I don't want to be looking like, say like Justin Piper and stuff like that, used to fall like this. I just don't want to be like that. I've always hated the term like pub player. It's like we're all pub players, we're all that level, it's just that we can do a bit more consistent than other people. As he proved then, he can hit trebles, he hit doubles even though he wasn't throwing for doubles.
Actually, you throw one and I'm going to try and replicate you once you've done it. I'm going to try.
Oh, nearly a 180 or something. You got a solid throw, so I'm not a big fan of that, so other people are.
What do you mean, what?
Like,
the prep?
My prep's just bringing me out like that. That's anything else.
You're one of the smoothest players for that. Like, I'm really looking forward to try and replicate because I won't be able to because I just can't get that fluidity.
I'm not a fan of this.
Yeah.
Because I think once you do that, you're taking the momentum. Like, at least all that's just all one.
I'll try and do a fluid one. Now I can throw nice and straight, but I just don't feel I have the control. Whereas like when I'm doing that little prep bit, it just feels like I'm going for what I'm going for.
It's probably because you're just telling yourself that is the thing.
Yeah.
You're nice and straight, like I say, we're not all Phil Taylor where you can hit treble 20 every single time you go. That's what I tell my kids, even though they don't know who Phil Taylor is. My oldest does, my little one's only seen him on YouTube.
Yeah.
When you're trying to tell him it's the greatest ever, look what he does. I know he did the cross-eyed or cross like that. He spent years trying to perfect his throw. Early days, he was literally just the way I throw.
But I noticed you also throw from the right. Have you always thrown from the right?
No, I used to stand like dead centre, and I'm telling my kids this now because they're moving at the same time. But I think the more you practice, it just happens naturally. Where I never threw the way I did now. I used to feel like a teapot with my arm sticking out like that, and just gradually my arm come in closer to my chest, and it was more easy for me to grab. So you can see I always twist my dart before I go,
Yeah.
And then just as I'm about to release, that'll come out, ready for the next throw. And
That's kind of, when Phil Taylor showed his things, he's always rolling his dart forward and being prepped as
literally,
well.
as I'm about to throw, that comes out then so it can roll down. And then it's easy for me to grab them, so I'm not trying to grab my darts, messing about.
Like a dispenser machine.
Yeah, it's like when you get like a can of Coke from a vending machine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just,
rolls out.
here we go.
No, it was alright, it's solid. I literally, I think we said in the thing, I'm not a fan of the pause, but that's how people throw. There's different throws out there, a lot weirder than what Mark had then, but he was definitely solid. He was straight line, 60s. Every now and again he popped in with a treble 20 as well, in tons and stuff, so yeah, it's definitely working though.
I hit the last one, all right. Do you know what? I couldn't let it roll down quick enough. I'm like,
your body's to the left. Like when you throw, you kind of stand like that, don't you? I think when I was watching this. So
oh, okay, yeah, you've got your foot behind there. So I think when
I think you stand like more boxed onto that. Let's say like
that's how I stand when I'm online. So I'm kind of ever so slightly to the left.
yeah.
But it allows me to kind of open my body up a little bit, because when I go like side on when some people do it, I'm like, I can't hit anything on the right hand side.
Because you got your foot.
Yeah.
You had your foot like that then to try to compensate opening your body.
Yeah.
But mine's like this anyway. It's just back.
Yeah.
I feel like you got more balance, but like I said, different people throw different styles, and it works for other people. So when Michael, well, Van Gogh should say, so people know what I'm on about.
That was good.
Yeah, it's good.
Good line.
It's like I think when Michael comes in, he's like that, but then it kind of bends his body in.
Yeah.
And like for me, that because I brought me up when I was younger, there's no way I could do that.
That was such a good impression as well. You leaned in perfectly, MVG.
Yeah, I just no way I could do that. And you got like Whitlock, he's kind of squared on, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he brings his darts around like that, but he sticks his ass out the same.
You practice a lot with Gary as well, so can you give us a Gary impression? Because he like just...
Yeah, but you need the hockey for Gary, because he like stands on it and then he gives you that kick, doesn't he? Then
Yeah.
but he's just he rolls it like that, so it's just under. Well, when I used to practice with him, it was so for me, like the worst one is Chiz. Like, I don't know how he goes in, but he goes in.
And he doesn't fully extend a lot of the time. He's like sort of like...
His arm goes that way, down. He holds it like a pen and he like flicks it. I don't want to try it here because I'll end up hitting the wall. Like he literally throw like that. It's like watching Jockey Wilson on YouTube. It's like similar stuff to that.
Well, Keen Barry was playing near me recently, and I just get so upset when his darts sit like that in the board. You're like, oh God, and they hit him. It looks like it's slapping the board.
Yeah, he's fast as well, like too fast. It's like Ricky Evans is the same. Yeah. If the first dart goes in, there will be as then, but it's when you've got to find a dart from nowhere, that's when it becomes hard. Quick players, well, I'm fast, but I'm not that fast compared to other players. It helps out massively. Your groupings always do with it. It's like they say you need that pause to feel like you can get at the treble.
I follow quite well, but if I'm off, those will go there. So it's kind of like the preparation allows me to make adjustments and do what I need to do from there.
Because my slowest points is literally when I'm getting like that, and then my slowest point is the first dart, and I bring, because I've got to get that set first. Yeah. And that's the slowest point, bringing that first dart in, and everything else then is just follows. That didn't look the best, but...
Michael, what do you think of Mike's performance?
Oh, well, I don't know. Zero being the worst. He's not a beginner, and you can tell that with the way he stands and throws, so probably advanced beginner, if that makes it's before you get to the Super Leagues and stuff like that, so around about the 4.5, 4.6.